Yes, boxing fans, welcome back to the Mob Predictions. This is Chris Chapman here. Hit like, hit subscribe and get the conversation started in the comments, and we'll start this preview shortly. Today, boxing fans, we discuss the exciting cruiserweight clash between England's Chris Billam Smith and Northern Ireland's Tommy McCarthy. The contest is for all the old school, or shall we say real, titles of vacant British, Commonwealth and European in the cruiserweight division. No sanctioning body intercontinentals to be found here. The bout is taking place on the first of this year's Matchroom fight camp, which is on July the 31st, and it is being shown worldwide on DAZN. Feel free, DAZN, if you want to get the sponsorship out already, crack on. The tale of the tape is as follows. Starting with the Commonwealth champion Billam Smith. He stands 6'3", so is the taller man in the fight, and he carries a 75-inch reach and boxes out of the orthodox stance. Billam Smith has boxed 59 pro rounds in a record of 13 fights, 12 wins, with 1 defeat, and 10 of his wins come in via stoppage. Now looking at the European champion Tommy McCarthy, he stands 6'2" and carries a 74-inch reach, and he also boxes out of the orthodox stance. McCarthy is the more experienced professional fighter, having completed 116 rounds from 20 fights. 18 of those have been wins, and he has suffered 2 defeats, one of which was by knockout. McCarthy has also stopped 9 of his opponents. Both fighters are 30 years old going into the contest. So a good starting off point is to look at a shared opponent and a shared defeat. Both have lost the former British Cruiserweight champion, the man who vacated the championship, Richard Riakporhe. It was McCarthy who suffered the more emphatic TKO loss. After a promising opening body attack, McCarthy was caught in the 4th and never recovered, forcing the ref to intervene. So Billam Smith, on the other hand, lost a contentious split decision to Riakporhe, having been able to establish his jab and find success in the middle of the fight. However, he lost it down the stretch and Riakporhe was able to nick, as said, a contentious split decision. Both McCarthy and Billam Smith, though, have obviously rebounded in some style since those defeats in their respective careers. And to be fair to the promoters, it is a great piece of matchmaking to put these together in such a high-stakes meeting. McCarthy has been on a roll since winning the European Championship in Italy and will look to cement his status in the rankings, but how will he be able to achieve this in the ring? That is the question, as he is considered, and I would say rightfully so, the underdog in this contest. Billam Smith, under the tutelage of Shane McGuigan, has proven a solid operator with a spiteful jab and quick hands, and unlike McCarthy, he has never ever been as troubled or shown as much vulnerability or been buzzed, anything like in the way that McCarthy has shown in his pro career. That is not to say that Billam Smith may not have vulnerabilities and couldn't be vulnerable, but based on what we have seen as boxing fans, McCarthy has clearly demonstrated to be the more vulnerable fighter in the pros so far. So during the contest itself, I feel McCarthy will start the faster and try to open up on the body of Billam Smith and try and harry and pressure and, try to throw a few feints in there as well. He will obviously need to slip Billam Smith's jab in the style he used to outbox Fabio Turchi when he won the title in Italy. Billam Smith's jab, though, is going to be key to this contest if he can get it established. Billam Smith will need to show more than he did against Dukar in his previous outing, especially if he gets McCarthy in any sort of trouble. While McCarthy can be buzzed, he is also a ferocious fighter when he is in trouble. You will throw the sink at it. So if he has McCarthy in any trouble, he needs to step on it and get him gone and not risk anything coming back. And unfortunately for McCarthy, I do think even though the odds are in Billam Smith's favour with the odds makers and the bet bookies. I unfortunately would agree with that from McCarthy's point of view, because Billam Smith, I see coming through this contest with the win. He can dictate with his jab. I've been mightily impressed with his jab in his short career so far, and he just seems the fresher of the two. I don't think he's got anywhere near, well, obviously in terms of number of rounds boxed, he hasn't got the number of miles that McCarthy has, but I don't think he's taken the level of punishment and the for want of a better expression, the excess punches that McCarthy has sometimes taken in his career. So I'm going to predict a unanimous points decision win for Billam Smith after a few tense moments from McCarthy. I do think he will have success early on, but like I say, I think down the stretch, Billam Smith is going to pull away and will become the new British, retain his Commonwealth, and the new European Cruiserweight champion. So thanks once again, boxing fans, for tuning in to me, Chris Chapman, for the mob predictions. It's a pleasure as always, and we'll see you on fight night. Bada bing, bada boom.